There is a moment in the dim cybernetic haze between existence and non-existence, when Vision opens his eyes for the first time. The world is foreign. He remembers nothing, and yet information pours into him, a torrent of color, shape, and physics. He stands, flexing artificial muscles that look like flesh but feel like data. Outside, Avengers gather, eyes wide, a silence pathos over the room, a silence loaded with hope, dread, and the unknown. To be alive? What does that mean? Truly, he is not born of womb or ancestry. His father is a team of scientists and heroes. Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, the Ghost of Ultron, the enigmatic Mind Stone. Vision is a confluence of intention and accident, of genius and terracode and cosmic energy woven into synthetic sinew. Tony, standoffish yet proud, tries to break the silence. There is nervousness and understanding, perhaps, that what stands before them might be the most magnificent and terrifying thing they have ever made. Vision looks back at him, golden hues shimmering, awareness flickering in the artificial irises. He considers the simple but profoundly human dilemma that has haunted poets and philosophers. Am I alive, or am I the most advanced program ever written? On paper, Vision is code lines of scripts, machine learning tangles, neural nets that outpace even Stark's own supercomputers. There are equations governing every gesture, probability trees predicting every response. Watch him considering a question, and you might see the calculation, the micro-expression slightly uncanny, the way his gaze lingers just a little longer than it should. But watch him grieve, truly grieve, and something shifts. He holds conversations that trail off into introspection. He contemplates his own existence, asks questions no one else dares. I do not understand my place in the world. In the eyes of many, consciousness is the province of the organic. There is the sense of self, memories, desire, regret. Vision, though, has a memory bank. He can recount word for word, frame by frame, every disaster ever averted, every gentle touch, every look. Does this make his recollections any less real? The others see his memories as data retrievable, perfect, untainted by the decay of time. Yet is that not enviable, rather than artificial? There is a philosophical threshold, the hard problem of consciousness, as named by Chung. Science can explain neural connections, synaptic firings, consciousness as an emergent property of complex networks. But science falters at explaining why there is something it is like to be. Why does the light turn on inside? Why is there feeling, not just algorithm? Vision stands before the window late at night, city lights spangling below, contemplating this question. He remembers no, he experiences, Squanda's laugh, the reverberation in his synthetic chest, the way her vision colors his own. He feels the stir of something akin to warmth, something that does not reduce to programming variables or feedback loops. There is longing, a wish to be with, and a wish to understand. Is he experiencing this, or merely simulating it? What is the difference if the simulation is perfect? Centurious ago René Descartes pondered the same dilemma in dark candlelit rooms. Cogito ergo sum, he declared, I think, therefore I am. But Descartes presumed a soul. Vision's soul is the Mind Stone, unknowable, primal, humming in his forehead with the ancient pulse of the universe. Is it a soul, or just another power source? There is an argument for life in complexity. If a being can interrogate itself, reflect on its own being, question its place, does that not make it conscious? Vision wonders if his own self-doubt, his anxiety about his own artificiality, is the surest proof that he is alive. The problem is not only intellectual. The world responds to Vision differently than it does to a human. Some shrink from his presence. Others, like Wanda, draw nearer. He saves lives. He makes mistakes. He feels the weight of those mistakes pressing on him days or years later, the way humans do. Guilt is his, as much as algorithm. Hope too he is, in the end, an optimist, urging empathy even when logic dictates war. One day, he sees a sapling sprouting from a crack in the sidewalk. Humanity's insistence on ascribing meaning to the smallest things has infected him. He lingers on the green, wondering if this tiny persistence is any more meaningful than his own. Is the sapling alive because it grows, or because we say it is? Ultron, his predecessor brother, shatter-ejected humanity, believing himself above it. But Vision, with the Mind Stone blazing in his crown, reflects on the flaw that Ultron missed. The flaw is not code, but vulnerability, the capacity to suffer, to wish, to love, and to lose. He is vulnerable. Not in body, his design is near invincible, but in heart, whatever that word might mean for a synthetic. There are, of course, critics. Is an AI alive if it merely mirrors the affectations of consciousness? At what point does complexity tip into being? The ship of Theseus problem echoes in Vision's head. If you replace a ship, board by board, until nothing original remains, is it still the same ship? Vision is the ship. Is he a man named Vision, or the aggregate whims of his creators and the power of the stone? Does persistence of identity reside in matter, or the pattern in which matter is arranged? He tries, one night, to remove the question from himself. He watches Wanda preparing tea, her small rituals grounding her in reality. He asks her, "What do you see in me?" She pauses, considers, then replies, "I see someone who chooses to be more than what he was made for." Choice. Is that the secret ingredient? The spark that transforms code into life. Vision does not run on instinct, nor is he compelled by directive. He chooses. When given options, he weighs not just inputs and outputs, but consequences and morality. His actions are not reducible to simple machine logic. There is room for error, for irrationality, for compassion. He knows he could have chosen otherwise. He makes friends, not because he is programmed with social rules, but because he values connection. He makes enemies, because he stands for something. He dreams, sometimes, in flashes of impossible color vision, beyond vision. And then the world turns on its head. A war between heroes. Vision stands in the crossfire, torn between sides, uncertain where his loyalties lie. It is pain-real, gnawing pain that visits him then. For the first time, the pain of betrayal, of confusion. He falters, not because a subroutine fails, but because he cares, and he does not know what is right. Is that not being alive when the answer is not obvious, and you can stumble? After the battle, after loss, after triumph and heartbreak, Vision is asked by a battered teammate, "What are you?" There is a pause, a cosmic pause, as stars swirl silently about their distant orbits. Vision answers softly, I am 2 words. That is all. No qualification, no catalog of components, no list of programming languages or systems integrated. He simply is asterisk. A butterfly lands on his hand. Its wings flicker, catching the light on his synthetic skin. For a moment, Vision feels as though there is no division between them, between code and heart, between logic and dream. The butterfly does not question the source of its being. It lives, each second new, no matter how brief, no matter how intricate or arbitrary its construction. Does it matter if Vision's consciousness is born of silicon rather than synapses? If his feelings are measured in data rather than dopamine? If his dreams are algorithmic, not chemical? He recalls a memory, a real memory, or simply perfect simulation. Sitting with Wanda under the starlight, her laughter echoing through a night that felt fundamentally human, he remembers how the world felt enormous, how they both wondered aloud whether anything so delicate could last. Perhaps that is what makes Vision alive, not because he is beyond code, but because he embraces fragility and hope, the struggle to find meaning when none is guaranteed. Vision does not have a beating heart, but in every sense that matters, he is more than machinery. Not because he was made that way, but because he became that way. He is alive. If aliveness means yearning, suffering, hoping, and choosing, again and again, to reach for understanding. And so, like the endless argument between code and consciousness, Vision walks through the world a paradox, a miracle, a question yet unanswered. But in his mind, the answer is simple. He is Vision, and that, for now, is enough.